Hi, my name is Dario Mohr. I'm a visual artist and nonprofit founder and director of Enclave Arts Alliance. And more or less, I am participating in West Harlem Art Fund's Harlem Sculpture Garden project. I'm going to contribute to sculpture with my collaborator, Cody Umans, who is also a sculptor. And yeah, we're very excited to be participating in this program. Savannah, I've known her for years. She's curated several shows that I've been in, and she really is a trailblazer. I'm very excited to be including a sculpture in this program. It's a very important project that she has had the vision for, and yeah, the sculpture is basically going to be a continuation of a project that that Cody and I initially collaborated on. We presented it at Old Stone House in Brooklyn, and we're excited to bring a new iteration of it here to Harlem. Um, the original piece was called The Ancestral Perennial, and more or less it included a Dinkra symbol, windows. It was made entirely of wood, and it was really just an homage to African ancestry, West African specifically. I am specifically of Akan descent. I learned that through an African ancestry DNA test, and it took me to Africa. I actually visited Ghana, Benin, Togo, and Nigeria to learn a little bit more about my ancestry and to inform the project. And yeah, it ended up creating that for Old Stone House, in addition to a workshop called the Happy Planting Day workshop, which consist of seed paper greeting cards that have African daisies in them. And these African daisies are indigenous to different parts of Africa. I actually have one here. I need to find it. If you just give me a second. Oh, here we go. Okay. All right, so I got these right here. These actually are part of a workshop series that I've taken to several places. I've done this workshop at the Bronx Museum, at Elizabeth Foundation for the Arts, Brooklyn Children's Museum, and several other places. And as I said, they contain African daisies. And more or less, this workshop is an opportunity for audience members to be able to write a message to a deceased ancestor with the intention that they'll receive it. And afterwards, I collect them and I will plant them in front of several monuments that I'll be creating over the year. And one of the monuments that I'd like to collect some African daisies from, seed paper cards from, is going to be this one that I'm going to present here at the Harlem Sculpture Garden exhibit. So I'm very excited to be able to, gather some Happy Planting Day seed greeting cards from that, and at some point plant that at another space to be able to bring new life in honor of the audience members' indigenous ancestry. So that is, what we're going to do. We're going to have this sculpture. Cody Umans and I are going to collaborate on that sculpture. And then we're also going to, I'm going to carry out the Happy Planting Day greeting card workshop. And in addition to that, I'm just excited to see what everyone else is going to make and how it's all going to come together. Savannah, she's been doing this for many years, and she knows how to assemble a great group of artists that, in some way speak to her themes. And I know that it's going to be a beautiful exhibit. You could reach me through my website, which is www.dariomohr.com. That's DARIOMOHR.com. You could also reach me through Instagram. It's at DARIOMOHR_ART. So that's Dario Mohr Art. And yeah, just search me up. You'll find me on Facebook and the other socials. So I'm inspired. So I create a lot of installation art, a lot of work that, is informed by my spiritual beliefs and research. And, lately I've been inspired a lot by my ancestry. I grew up Anglican Christian. My mother's from Grenada, and that's the Church of England. And for many years I was always questioning it and just wondering about, whatever indigenous practices that our people from back in Africa practiced. And as I researched it, I found it hard to find a lot of information. I was reading articles on JSTOR and things like that, and just not really finding a lot of the information that I wanted. So, the travel research that I've done really ended up informing a lot of the projects that I've been creating lately. And it's been Yeah, it's really just opened up my mind. Since then I've gone to Kenya last year and I created a couple public sculptures there at Safaria Castle where I had a residency. And yeah, I plan to just continue visiting different countries and learning about some of the indigenous practices there, and also just which broadens my horizons and understanding of spirituality, and it also informs my art practice. Thank you so much.